What's up, guys? And welcome to the Rant Bandits. You see the number. You got a rant. Something's crawling up your ass. Just call in or stick around. Welcome to the Rant Bandits, where we're going to rip everything apart. If you've got a rant, give us a call. The Rant Bandits with J.COTTO. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Of course, we're all about innovation on this channel. And that's a badass fucking theme song, The Four Horsemen, no doubt, man. Welcome, everybody. This is called the Rant Bandits. There's a number on there if you got a rant, if you want to talk about anything that we're talking about, or you got something to rant about, give us a call. The number's right up on there, man. Now, I just got to say, man, there's a lot to talk about tonight. There's a lot of shit that needs to be, how do you say, depressurized and shit, so we're going to talk about it, for a little bit. Peace to everybody who's watching in and who's going to join in. Of course, on other live streams, I usually, give people a chance to join up, but nah, this is the fucking Rant Bandits, and we're just going to fucking take it from the top and just start off as soon as possible. And first, I'm going to start off with these fucking SJWs. If you've got children, this is not a PG live stream. This is a rated R. Get the kids out the room. If they heard my first curse, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. But yeah, let's talk about these SJWs. If you guys don't know what the fuck SJWs are, it stands for Social Justice Warriors. And these guys have been going around the culture just fucking everything up, man. From movies to music to fucking basically individual personas of persons that we know, and have grown to love. And it's just poison. And these guys are just going around almost every fucking day. They go around every day trying to criticize almost everything, trying to fix everything for no fucking apparent reason, And me personally, I'm like, hey, Jason Clark, what's going on, brother? No doubt, man. Welcome to the Rant Bandits, brother. Everybody, welcome to the Rant Bandit. And if you guys have anything to rant about, you can either comment or you can call. The number's right up on the screen there. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. So these SJWs, man, they go around and they fuck everything up, like the social justice warrior things, everything. A man can't be a man without being labeled having a toxic masculinity. They're trying to dumb down the man and shit, and this it's just tiring. Everywhere you go, you got to bow down to shit. You can't be the person that you are, which is a fucking man. These guys completely destroy the culture. What the fuck ever happened to normal? Nobody is with normal anymore. It's like whatever is bad is considered good, and whatever is good is considered bad. It's like everything is fucking backwards. You know what I mean? Yes, us men are evil nowadays, Jason. Most definitely, man. And that's the thing. The people with the agendas are the evil ones. These are the ones that have these kooky fucking dark plans to keep us if you want to call it oppressed, you can call that, but I just say keep us intact, keep us the hive mind, following each other, following words verbatim said by them, totally being programmed, and these SJWs, they go around and they poison everything they touch, and they want to be respected. You've got a lot of SJWs in Congress now, all these new guys, all these new youths that are coming around, which goes into the next segment, which is kids of today. They have no fucking morals. They have no idea how to appreciate things that were left from the past in order to, pass them on into the future, like an heirloom sort of, You tell me the last time you knew somebody, or you tell me the last time you received a family heirloom. That shit don't exist no more. Tradition, and that's what's fucked up about this whole thing, that these people constantly try to destroy tradition and bring their own ideologies. But what values do your ideologies hold? The boxing junkie, what's going on, brother? What ideologies? These young kids of today are fucking so lost today. They have no idea, no direction. They have no leaders. At least we grew up with leaders. At least we had after school programs. You know, no doubt, brother. No doubt. Keep it above water, brother. You're a survivor, just like we are, man. You know, and it just gets to the fact that a lot of these kids today don't practice the word respect, but yet they want to be respected. You know, Jason says this younger generation is not appreciative of anything. You're absolutely correct on that, my brother. Nothing whatsoever. You know, like, have you noticed everything is like out with the old and with the new gentrification type, patterns? Like, all of a sudden, you could tell when it started. First, it was with Kobe versus Jordan, and then it was LeBron is better than fucking Kobe and Jordan, right? Which we all know it's not, And Boxing Junkie says we had nothing in Baltimore schools. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. But you had each other. You still had the upbringing. You still had the morals. These kids of today, they don't have shit. You know, like right now, if I was to ask you guys, how many people can you look up to from the past, from movies and stuff that actually, helped you basically mold yourself into the direction you're going into? A lot of guys like us can list a lot of motherfuckers that we looked up to, right? Most of them were sports figures, and most of them were sports figures that later on in life we come to find out they were fucking scumbags. Not our fault. Not our fault. Not our fault. A lot of these guys sell out to the mighty dollar. Let's go into the next segment. This Jesse Smollett shit. Now, I think that they're going to give him a slap on the fucking wrist. You know what I mean? They're going to give him Wesley Snipes. Exactly. Wesley Snipes was one man to look up to, right? And then look what happened. Even though it was personal, it had nothing to do with being a bad example. It's just my man was bad with his money. So he owed the IRS. That's okay. No, nothing wrong with that. I don't see any crime in that. My man just mismanaged his money. That's how we got to look at those cases, And I just feel that, this Jesse Smollett shit, it's fucked up. What he basically did was put a target on everyone who was a Trump voter. What's up, the carry? How you doing, my brother? Welcome. What he did was he put a target on everybody that's a Trump supporter. So let's just say your sister, your brother, your sons, your daughters, anybody who voted for Trump wanted to just wear a MAGA hat. Let's just say they didn't vote for Trump and they just wore, they just wore a MAGA hat, where it's like, you can call, the numbers on there, Boxing Junkie. The numbers right up on the screen. You can call in. This is not a Google Live, so I can't send hangouts, but you can call in if you like, brother. The number's right on there. I got a rant and a half. So if anybody wants to call in, there's the number. You can call right in, and we're gonna have it. We're the Rant Bandits. That's what we're doing tonight. We're ranting on shit. So all this bullshit with with this Jesse Smollett, I hear they just want to give him a fine, and they want him to apologize to the city. Now, what I feel here is exactly what I left on my last video today about the Jesse Smollett shit. You wasted a lot of resources. What you did was an act of terrorism, where you try to make it seem like Trump supporters were, it was all political agenda. It's all political agenda. And no doubt, Junkie, no doubt, my brother, I'll be here, Boxing Junkie. So it gets to a point that this guy gets slapped on the wrist, and this is what he's gonna get. Just a letter of apology to the city of Chicago and a fucking fine. Then he gets. But had this been any regular Joe, this regular Joe would have seen fucking football numbers. This is what I don't get. But then the captain wants to come on TV and said, "Oh, he did an act of violence, an act of terrorism. He did this to the city. Oh, he wasted." But this is all you're doing. So you guys dropped the ball too. So I think you should just shut the fuck up and just shut the fuck up, because this man should be facing time. This man should be getting hit with every type of fucking rule in the book, penalizations, all that shit. He's nobody special. Why? Because he's a fucking actor. He gets to go off the fucking hook. No, what he did was bullshit. What he did was tried to add more fuel to the fucking fire with this MAGA hat shit. Oh, they were white. And then when asked again, I couldn't really see them. They wore a mask. So why the fuck did you say they were white? This is the type of bullshit that we have to live with today in the fucking society, with motherfuckers like this who feel like they're not getting paid enough, because this is why he did it. This is why he did it. He didn't get fucking paid enough. He felt he wasn't getting paid enough. So you go around and say that it was guys in MAGA hats, but we all know what the fuck is going on. If you don't know, I'm gonna put you guys on right now. You see, Kamala Harris, that come drinking bitch, right? You know, Jason Clark says he should be charged for filing false police reports. Exactly. That's a crime in itself. That's a felony, right? But no, since he's on Empire, fuck him. Kamala Harris and fucking Asparagus, fucking Booker, Cory Booker. These guys want to pass a no lynching law. Oh, we got our first caller. Let's see exactly who this is. What's up, caller? What's going on?
What's up, brother?
All right, it's the Boxing Junkie. What's going on, man? Welcome to the Rant and Junkies, baby. The Rant Bandits. And yo, how you feel about this Jussie Smollett case, man?
You know what, man? I'm going to plead the fifth because I have no idea about it. Enlighten me some.
All right. Well, what he did was, since he felt like he wasn't getting a push and his career, he wasn't getting paid enough. What he did was he hired two extras and shit from his show to fucking beat him up a little bit and put a noose around his neck and put bleach on it over him. And then what he did was he went around saying that it was Trump supporters, white Trump supporters in MAGA hats. Then when he was asked again, he said that he couldn't tell, if they were white or not. Then he got caught lying. They caught the guys on video surveillance. They caught checks and stuff that he wrote out to them, $3,500 for them two to split and $500 extra for after the job. Now he got caught, but the charges they want to bring on him aren't really enough. So now that you got the inside, how do you feel? Do you think he should be charged?
Shit, he should be charged plus some. Because look, if it ain't obvious that the CIA is trying to incite a race war, right?
I agree.
So it's shit like this that, is going to pop it off. And we got all these, it's like they're trying to turn blacks against whites and shit, but really, if you're poor, you're in the same fucking boat.
Yep, exactly.
They're not.
Exactly.
They don't look at us as colors. They look at us as a financial burden if you're broke.
That's right.
You can get fucking a food stamp card.
Yeah, and people don't. And people don't understand that the Republican Party was built off the backs off of slaves and African American owners. As to the Democratic Party was made by the KKK. So all these people that are ranting and raving about Black Lives Matter and all this, they're fighting on the wrong side, basically.
Right. Black Lives Matter. I'm guaranteeing that somewhere there's a Jewish man that controls Black Lives Matter. All right.
Yep.
This is part of their game.
Yep.
Where is the official spokesperson for Black Lives Matter?
Exactly. And well, we all know it's George Soros, the warmonger. He owns that shit. And these guys are going around calling their fellow brothers and sisters coons because they're not down, because they're awakened, not woke. They're awakened. They're out of the matrix, like me and you and everyone else listening on in. You know what I'm saying? Every rant bandit listening on in, and we're listening, and we woke up and we see the shit, and we're not gonna be down with that fucking divisive shit.
And then the weapons. And let me get this shit straight. I was a weapons expert back in the day. All right, does not make the matter.
There we go.
Okay?
There we go.
It does not make the trigger go off.
Exactly. These motherfuckers don't even know the difference between an assault rifle and a fully automatic assault. They didn't know. They didn't know.
Or a machine gun and an assault rifle.
Exactly.
And they all stand up there and talk like they're, this has got to go, and the bump stop makes it a fully automatic. The hell it does.
Yep. D. Carey says both parties destroyed their chance to reform. The Tea Party and the Occupy Wall Street. Yep, exactly. They both failed, and they don't even know why. Well, they know why they want to pull our guns, of course, because when they, if they call martial law, the left, you know what I'm saying? When they, if Nancy Pelosi ever gets to try to fucking assassinate the president and the vice president, then she gets the power. So these guys call martial law. They take our guns and then they invade. You see, this is exactly what the fuck they want to do.
Right. And it ain't far-fetched. Like you just talked about an assassination, all right?
Yep.
Now, look at what they did to Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Look at what they did to his brother.
Did you know? Did you know that Nancy Pelosi? Did you know that Nancy Pelosi was caught? Remember when she wanted to leave a couple of weeks ago? Remember when we first went into the government shutdown, the first one? Well, she wanted to leave, and come to find out, Trump found out that, you know, she tried to assassinate the motherfucker. So he stopped her bus. We're not supposed to know this. There's a lot of intel out there. He stopped her bus. He stopped their trip or whatever with all like 93 people in it. Stopped all the buses. Told them that if they wanted it, they couldn't use the plane on the government's time or money because there's a shutdown. But if she wanted to continue her shit, she can go commercial. She did that. But and then the same day they found some dude near the White House with a fucking modified RPG, bro. So that goes to show you.
Modified RPG.
That's right.
Okay, now here's something about the RPG. All right.
Yeah.
That few people know. The RPG cannot be taken to government grounds. All right. It has a thing installed in it.
Right.
From the government. All right. So if a RPG is in the hands of someone, that came from a military or government-backed sponsor provided that.
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point.
Right. Look up a case where a drug kingpin got a hold of one of them, and what it was the FBI gave it to him with the tracking device in it. You know, and it's like, what the hell are they going to do if he gets ammo for it? You know,
exactly. They
don't give a shit about the people.
They don't, and they'll lie to us and hold a lot of shit from us just to show us some bullshit that's really not. See, but smart motherfuckers like us always lift the veil and look at the other side and say, you know what, these motherfuckers are pretenders. So now they try to poison our movies. They got all these young guys with, I mean, there's a lot of things they're trying to do to us. But it all leads to one thing: programming. They want to program us.
Yeah, and Agenda 21. Pay attention, people. Just look at a commercial and tell me a clothing commercial, and you won't be able to tell if it's a man, a woman. You can sit there and guess.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And then they'll have families where you can't tell the man apart from the woman with a little kid. And like I heard about a book like Daddy and Mommy and Me.
Yeah.
That they had in the school.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like they're trying to, these little boys now running around like they got the first transgender 11-year-old boy taking pictures with a fucking cock dangling in front of the next transgender. I mean, this is, and I'm really upset at the LGBT, man. I really am, because now you got these NABLA motherfuckers, these child predator motherfuckers who trying to make fucking pedophilia legal. So now what they're doing is they're trying to add it into the LGBT community. Now, these motherfuckers need to speak up. If they're not really down with that, they need to speak up, and they need to let these motherfuckers know you're not getting down with our community because we condone it too. You see? But this is the thing.
Right, like they need their head split.
Yeah.
It ain't time. The time for talking is over with. All right.
Yeah.
If I had a child and in school, they try to tell me that they have a bathroom where if you feel like you're a woman, you can use the woman's bathroom. If you feel like you're a man, you can use the man's bathroom, but you can be a woman.
That's crazy.
Now, it's completely ridiculous. But look, when the gays, which by the way have more rights than anybody, the blacks didn't get their rights. The gays got super rights.
Yep.
And everyone else is losing theirs. All right. Taking the weapons, shit like that is all part of it. But when they brought the gays out for a parade, okay, it shut down all. of Baltimore City.
Wow.
All of it.
Wow.
I mean, they come out by the roads and they're so happy and rubbing it in everyone's face. Well, I got a normal relationship with a female.
Yep.
But I don't fuck her in public or, just excessively kiss her in public so you know that I'm straight.
Yeah.
They don't need to do this shit.
Yeah.
Keep it in private and keep it away from me.
Yeah, I feel it. I hear you. I hear you. Like, yeah, like there's a time and place for that shit. Even with a
What
man.
you got, boy? Hey, drop that.
Yeah, even with a man and a woman. Even with a man and a woman, there's a time and place, for sexual activities or for affections to be shown. I can agree with you on that on both sides, but it makes people feel even more uncomfortable because I mean, let's face it, man. A man and a woman cannot procreate. Okay, it's more normal to see a man showing affection to a woman in the street, vice versa, as it would be two women or two men showing affection. It's to us that are heterosexuals. It's kind of strange to us. Now we don't have nothing against it, but to be shown in front of publics, in front of kids. I also feel that children should be able to make their own decisions as to what they want to do. Like, look what's going on. They want to call babies babies now. They want to be able to enhance their fucking their sex during pregnancies and shit in the womb. Like, you're actually able to switch the sex with the child. It's crazy, man. The shit that's going on is fucking nuts.
They're going that far.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay. See. Now, this is a sign of a species that wants to go extinct.
Yeah, yeah.
There are species that went extinct.
Yeah.
And a sign of it is, being with the same sex constantly.
Basically,
right?
Basically.
That's a sign of fucking almost genocide. Like, it's like, the population, man, I'm wondering, did they put something in the water?
Yeah, it's called fluoride.
Did they put something in the water? Because, and fluoride, like, we need a certain amount for our teeth, supposedly.
Yeah.
Supposedly. But I'm telling you, man, when I grew up, when I was a kid, you kept that shit in the closet, all right? People didn't come out in pink and, fucking shouting that they're gay and this and that and have parades. But then out of nowhere, we start getting babies born in Baltimore.
Yeah.
That 1 out of 300 were hermaphrodite. And now it's increasing to, like, I heard maybe that's up 30%.
Wow. Yeah.
What it's going to be, or just let it be hermaphrodite. But where the fuck is all this coming from? When frogs are hermaphrodite, the water got poisoned.
Yeah, weird science. Ooh, that's what that shit is. That shit is weird like a motherfucker. Now, the fucking Democrats are lying to us because there's this judge that hasn't been seen for fucking months. Her name is Ruth Gainer Badger or some shit like that. Right? Ginsburg, should I say? Ruth Badger Ginsburg, some shit. Now, there's a lot of shit going around that they're doing a weekend at Bernie's. This bitch came out of nowhere yesterday and showed up for work, but she was completely draped and covered. The conspiracy here is now, guys, that they got
draped and covered.
Like this bitch was like they had
Arabic.
Like she was completely, you couldn't see her head. She was bent. She was leaned over. There were two people on the side of her as she got out of her car, like if they were holding her up, and they covered her.
She was on her Osama bin Laden shit.
Right. There you go. Thank you, Shellback. Thank you, Shellback. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. There you go, Ginsburg. And they had this bitch propped up, and she was completely covered. I mean, they just put something over her, and they propped her in. The conspiracy here is that this bitch has been dead. They're doing a Weekends at Bernie's. You ever seen Weekends at Bernie's?
Oh, I love Weekends at Bernie, man. Let me tell you something. If someone died around here with a big enough check, I'm gonna do me a Weekends at Bernie's.
Exactly. Well, this is exactly what people are saying that they're doing. Okay, they said that she must have died a while back, and they're keeping her up simply because if they found out that she was dead before the election, then that gives Trump the power to put another Republican judge, in the seat, right? So these guys, they look how low these guys are go. Besides all the hoaxes that they given us and all these fucking lies, they're propping a bitch up that's already fucking dead, man.
Well, they better keep some lie on that bitch and keep her in some cold conditions when she ain't out walking around with stick figures and shit like that.
Yep,
because
and if
bodies do rot.
That's right, yeah, and they stink too. And you know what's funny? If you guys want to know if this is true or not, well, Fox 5 accidentally slipped out the date that she died. You know what I'm saying? You know how they have the little obituary, it comes off, the electronic one, in memory of. They let that shit slip by. Yeah, they let it slip by mistake. So Fox 5 told us the truth right then and there, real fast. They did the same shit with Hillary Clinton. You know what I'm saying? When she collapsed and shit. A couple of minutes later.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo.
I got a theory on Hillary, all right?
Listen.
There were several different Hillarys.
Yes, clones. Yes, let's talk about it. Let's fucking talk about it. This is what's going the fuck on.
I mean, you look at Hillary one day and she's like having a seizure, all right? And her face is drooping. Then they bring her out the next day and she's 20 fucking years younger.
Not even the next day. Not even the next day. The next hour. And then on top of that, instead of bringing the bitch to the hospital, they brought her to her fucking daughter's apartment. Now it's been said that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it's been said that in that area, it's not her daughter's apartment. It's like some fucking cloning clinic in there, dude.
Oh man, see the cloning thing. Look, here's the deal. Here's where we're gonna disagree. All right. I don't believe there's a Republican or a Democratic Party. All right. These guys are just symbols of. They're just a bobblehead. They don't control shit. They're just a fall guy.
Yeah.
They're a fall guy. I truly believe this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And, look, I want you to think about Rome. I study history, believe it or not. And Rome is doing the same thing America was doing. It was a great empire, all right? And what they started doing was diluting their gold coins.
Yep.
What did America do? Inflate the dollar, okay? But then what did we do? We took the gold out of the dollar. So now our dollar is worth nothing. Okay? There's nothing to back it.
Yep. Just like Dick Carey says, both parties are playing this. Voting for Trump was a FU to both parties. We also purge a lot of the neocons out of the GOP. And then it says it took us off of gold. Yeah, it took us off of gold and silver. Yeah, exactly. Like, like all these currencies and shit the Rothschilds had owned, and we're forever in debt. We will never get out of debt. So voting for Trump, and now that Trump is, pumping money and generating money and putting his business aspects on it, it also gives us. We also got to look at Trump with a little raised eyebrow as well, because let's just say he gets another 4 years. Could it be him that leads in the one currency, the one religion, the one word, the new world order? Could it be him that ushers it in? And are we helping him do that? You see, because once he defeats these guys, we got to reset. The board resets. So where do we go from there after we clear the swamp?
Well, since the deficit, trillions of dollars, since the dollar has no metal back behind it that is worth anything, then all the countries that we owe money to, at any time, they could say, we're not doing business anymore because your dollar's not worth anything. So this is advice, man. Any silver you can get, keep it. Any gold you get, you will never lose out. 10 years down the road, you can sell it for more. Yeah,
that's what they say. Peace to all the rant bandits in the comment section. Peace to y'all. No doubt, man. Thanks for joining me in the Boxing Junkie on this Rant Bandits motherfucking epic rant live stream, man. We're ranting about everything. We've already passed the SJWs. Fuck you. Fuck SJWs. We already passed fucking Jesse Smollett. Fuck you, Jesse Smollett. Fuck you completely. We fucking passed already the kids of today who don't fucking have no foundation. fuck you kids of today that have no foundation that don't want to learn. You know what I'm saying? Where the fuck are the parents? Yeah.
There's no competition. Oh, where are the parents? I
Yeah.
know where they are. I know where they are, you know.
Turning up. Turning up.
Yeah, the mother's out buying drugs and turning tricks, and they're living with their grandmother, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But shit, man. Look, any people. I'm guessing this ain't boxing. These people in the comment section are not necessarily boxing fans, I assume.
No.
All right, perfect. I'm starting a new channel. I have a channel, The Boxing Junkie, if you into boxing. But I'm going to start a new channel called The Assassination Station, okay?
Nice.
We're going to cover Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr. to start with, all right?
Yeah, and as a matter of fact...
Then we're going to go into What the Fuck is Flying Overhead by Camp David. And we're going to go into UFOs, are there structures on the moon, and all kinds of... Well, I'm going to take you down a rabbit hole. And just keep an open mind. That's all I ask you.
Yeah, I see it like this. Look, let's talk about this Kennedy assassination right quick. You want to know who killed? Right. You want to know who killed Kennedy? Just look at the fucking driver.
Lyndon Johnson. Well, look.
No, but I'm saying though, the trigger man. Look at the driver. He pulls a 45 right over his shoulder, and he blasts him right in front of his head. That's why people didn't understand how the fuck, if he got sniped from behind, he has such a large hole, but not a big hole in the front. See, because that's the law of physics. Right. If you get sniped in back of the head, then you should have a huge peephole, a huge manhole in the front of your head. But he got shot in the front of his head, so the side of the back of his head was blown off. If you look at the driver, you see the driver put the gun right there. He slows the car down. He puts it right over his shoulder. Boom! Now there was a first shot that shot him in the neck that came from the sniper. That happened. There were two shots.
Through a windshield, I believe.
Exactly.
And hit him in the throat. But now on Bill Greer shooting him. Okay,
right.
The driver.
Right.
I want you to look carefully and remember this, okay?
Yeah.
At that time in the 60s,
yeah,
white people greased their motherfucking hair like I don't know what.
Yeah, they use that. They use the Dax grease and shit. Yeah, back the greasers, yeah.
Now, I'm not completely off that Bill Greer might have shot him, all right?
Yeah.
But there's a very good chance that it is the top of his head, and it's a hell of a coincidence that it would look like a gun, be shiny like that, and I know you're seeing a blast. I know what you're seeing, but what you're seeing is the flowers, all right?
Right.
I've reviewed it. I have eliminated Bill Greer as a shooter, but him being a Secret Service driver and the first shot coming from behind the sign, okay? Look at how slow he goes. Yeah,
exactly. He slowed down.
The first shot you hear, you're going to floor that fucking Lincoln.
Yep.
They called it the T-1000. It wasn't a regular Lincoln Continental.
Yep.
That motherfucker could go.
Yep.
Instead of going fast, he slows down to a fucking crawl.
Yep.
Where the yellow stripes are on the curb.
Exactly.
And I believe that someone else shot him. But I believe that there were multiple shots. But I'm not eliminating Greer.
Right.
Because it looks like he pulls a gun and shoots him.
Yeah, right over his shoulder.
Right over his shoulder. And Bill Greer went on to drive for like, I don't know, maybe 6 more presidents.
Yeah.
But the Secret Service was in, so if he didn't shoot him, but he did slow down the car.
Yeah.
You're just as involved either way.
Exactly. Either way. And my man DeCarry says he goes, think about Senator John Hines of PA when he died in a helicopter accident in 87 or 88. John Kerry jumped He jumped Teresa before his body ran cold in the grave. Skull and bones. Yep, definitely. Jason Bourne says Bill Cooper had a video of the shooting. Yep, Bill Cooper, and they fucking killed him. Rest in peace, Bill Cooper. Yep, they fucking
And
killed
check
him.
out, a man had a great book. I forgot what it's called.
I know exactly what book you're gonna say. I know exactly what. Behold a pale white horse or rider or something like that.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
But this is about how many witnesses to a shooter behind the picket fence.
Right.
Okay. 60 some of them ended up in barrels. You know, drove off cliffs.
Yep.
When they were going to testify for a review board. And the body, Kennedy's body was altered. That's a deep rabbit hole right there, okay?
Yep.
And also, let me say this. Since the government was overthrown on that day by Lyndon Johnson,
yeah,
then therefore, we don't have a fucking government.
Basically, the book I was speaking of, Jason Bourne says it's called "Behold a Pale Horse" by Bill Cooper. I read that shit. He tells us about.
I'm very familiar of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for everyone else in the comment section, all the listeners, man, all the rant bandits, no doubt.
So, do you know about the badge man? Anybody in the comment section know about the badge man?
No, tell us.
All right, there's a picture. The Mormon photo, I believe it is.
Right.
It's a picture of across the street. If you're standing where Zapruder was filming,
right.
Well, allegedly Zapruder was filming, across the street, a woman was taking a picture.
Right.
At the same time he's being shot.
Oh.
And people took giant images blown up from across the street behind the picket fence, and they find a guy in a cop uniform that looks like he's firing a gun.
Right.
You can Google it right now on your phone. Just go to Google and Google badge man.
Wow.
And it'll show them. Now, I don't believe it, because if we go with science, all right, if we go with science and we agree that he had an entrance wound in the front, all right?
Yeah.
If there was an entrance wound in the front, then a lot of people are eliminated.
Yes. Yep.
And all they found on fingerprints up in that sniper's nest, that was Oswald's, all they found was that fucking guy who was a hitman for the new president.
Look at that.
The fuck was his name? Yeah, he was a hitman for Johnson.
A lot of shit going. And what's funny is that the George Bush Sr. was involved in that shit too.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, the reason why they took him out, JFK, was because he was about to expose what's going on now, the skull and bones and all that shit. You know, Jason Bourne says Bill Cooper. Hold on, he goes, Bill Cooper's whole take on the video was it was distorted for a reason, and maybe they want us to believe the driver was the shooter. You know what I'm saying?
No, look, I've done extensive research on this case, okay? I've been to Daily Plaza. I truly don't believe that Bill Greer shot him. All right? Now, I just don't believe it.
And then, did you hear the new one? They're trying to say that it was Jackie O.
Yeah, Jackie Kennedy was I didn't eliminate her as a suspect yet. I mean, as a shooter yet. But here's the thing. If she shot him, I really believe it would have exited out the right side.
Exactly, because she's on his left.
The best evidence for a shooter from the front, right a little bit of Kennedy's head. Front, right, by the grassy knoll and the triple underpass.
Yeah.
is the fact that the cop, the motorcycle cop that was riding behind him,
Yeah.
to the left, the cop to the left, inhaled blood and brain matter
Oh.
and had it all over his shirt and was hit so hard he thought he was shot.
Yep. That's how
Now
far his brain.
that's two motorcycles over.
Yeah. That's how far
That
back.
is scientific evidence of a shot from the front, because how else can you blow that back?
Exactly.
You can't do that from the 6th floor of the school book depository if you fucking tried.
Exactly. And it would have to, if he shot him, remember, it was behind him. So the front of his fucking forehead would have been all over the place. But it didn't go that way. His brain went on the trunk. All that shit went backwards. And yeah, exactly. And for brains to fly that, this is why I say it was the driver, man. For brains to go that far back, that was almost close to a close blank range shot, man.
Okay, but here's my problem with that, okay?
Yeah.
Then Lady Bird,
Yeah.
that bitch that was married to John Connolly. John Connolly was in the front seat. He was severely injured too. All right. So if Bill Greer is going to take the headshot,
Right.
then why all these shots on the governor, John Connolly, who's sitting in front of Kennedy? Once the headshot is done to Kennedy,
Yeah.
the job's done.
Yeah.
The job's done. Now try to picture having a 40 caliber or 44 automatic, or are we going with a revolver? I believe it looks like an automatic.
Yeah.
It's got a smooth top.
Yeah, it looks like a 45 auto.
Right. Now imagine putting that around your arm, on your shoulder, and pulling the trigger, and it being accurate, and then no one noticing.
Well, I think that's what the first shot was for. You know, that's why they shot him in the neck, for distraction. Because remember, when he got shot in the neck, he bent over. And then when he bent over, that's when then that's when he blew back. John.
True. Also, the guy, John Connolly, was pulled to the floor at that time. So they would have missed that too. Right?
Exactly.
But the whole thing is, then why wouldn't they just destroy the film? If Bill Greer did it, get rid of the film.
If you try to look at Bill Greer real hard, that's exactly where it's distorted at. Have you taken a look at that? That's why it's so hard to actually.
Oh man, I went over.
Yeah, you know, it's very hard to see exactly, but you can tell from that movement. Now, Jason Bourne.
Check this out.
Yeah, hold on. Jason Bourne says whoever shot JFK made Jackie want to jump out of the car. That tells me it's a good chance she also heard the shot that took his brains out.
Okay, Jackie did not. I thought she wanted out of the car too.
Yeah.
At first.
Yeah, she was collecting his brains. She was collecting.
She went and got a fragment of his skull and his brains.
Yep. She was collecting that shit. Yep.
And she held it in the hospital till, a doctor had to come and take it from her.
Yeah.
All right. So Jackie, shooting, I'm going to eliminate that. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to eliminate that.
Yeah, I don't think she shot him. I don't think she shot him.
But the guy in the prison that claims that he shot Kennedy, he's a fake. There's a couple of them in there. The one that claims that he's James, the actor's father.
Yeah.
He says he was one of the tramps or whatever.
Yeah.
That's all people in prison trying to fucking write a book or some shit, you know?
Yeah. This is. I mean, we can tell who the liars are. You know what I'm saying? Who the truth tellers are. And what's even more fucking scary is that George W. Bush had a lot to do with it, and he was right outside. He was
on the scene. He was on the scene.
Yeah, on the scene. He went to the hospital to make sure he died, and it was crazy, man. It was fucking nuts. There was a lot of players behind that.
He is one of the only people that couldn't remember where he was when that motherfucker was killed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Now, I'm too young for the shit, so I wasn't, I wasn't even in my dad's nutsack.
Yep. And I tell you, right now, I don't think Lee Harvey Oswald did that shit. I think he was a fall guy, and then that's why they killed him. They allowed him to be killed in front of everybody to make it seem like it was a disgruntled, you know what I'm saying? But they killed him to, you know what I'm saying, to keep it shut. That's why nobody could say anything. Nobody knows anything. Like what we're speaking is so-called speculation, you know? Jason Bourne says,
"This is what."
Yeah, he goes. He goes. I have a hard time believing that she would try to collect his brain. That's not your first instincts. Her trying to get out of a car or motion to escape would be the natural reaction. That's true, Jason.
I disagree. Hold up.
No.
In a car.
Wait, hold on for a second. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna give my input real fast for a second.
Right.
I don't know because if you take a look at her movements. That's what she was doing. She was scrambling on top of that trunk, and she was bringing things towards her, to her, and then the FBI agent runs to her and pushes her in the car. Now, I'm not saying that she didn't try to run out, but from what I seen, it looked like she was doing more collecting out of shock. Like, oh my God, my husband's brains, like that was her first. But I hear what you're saying, Jason. I hear what you're saying. My bad, Junkie. Go ahead, bro.
Jason, years ago, my cousin was a very big drug dealer. All right. And I was with him one day, and this was years ago. I'll tell you how long it was ago. Remember the Acura Legend that was like, the box Legend from like 94? The Acura Legend. It was the shit back then.
Yeah, the Acura Legends, yeah.
My cousin just bought an Acura Legend. All right. And we came to a stop on the corner of 4th Street and North Avenue on the east side of Baltimore City. And someone rolled up alongside of us and shot that car 30 sometimes. And I had brains exploded on my face. The first thing I did was not try to get out of the car. I tried to put my cousin's brains back in his head. All right?
Mm.
So I really believe the first instinct is to help the one that you love. Your second instinct is to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically, yeah. I mean, I've been next to people that have been shot too and dropped next to me. And my first instinct wasn't to run. It was to, just go down and ask them, you all right? Where you hurt? Where you hit? And,
apply first aid, if it's someone you love though, and their brains are blown out and you can see the inside of their skull, trust me, you're going to hold that shit. You're going to hope and pray that they can do something.
Yeah, I guess in that situation, it's sort of like a fight or flight, like, to each his own. Like, it depends. So some people will run, some people will pick up, like if the weapon's still there, some people will pick up the weapon and just fire back, or some people will tend to them. Yeah.
What's fucked up? I was armed. I wasn't even worried about it. I didn't even know where they were.
Yeah.
Once I saw my cousin hurt, and it just fucked up the whole family because, like, my aunt looks at me like, we trusted you with him. He was younger than me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, my family don't look at me the same.
Yeah.
It's like, and I feel for her, and I don't think she did it because of that reaction and her holding on to the brain and trying to give it to the doctor.
Right. Yeah, to see if it can do anything. Yeah.
There's another witness that under the triple underpass.
Yeah. After
they got past that, she tried to get out of the car again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I believe it's because when the first shot happened and that car slowed down, John was like, I know the feeling. He was let down. He was like, he looked at that driver and was like, man, he set me up.
Yep.
He fucking set me up. When that car slowed down and they changed the route, when when they made that turn and that shot went off and that guy didn't floor it, he knew it was a setup. Everyone in the car knew it was, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, hell
That
yeah.
passenger, that's a Secret Service agent. He don't do a damn thing the whole time.
Yeah, I think the passenger was the governor because he got shot in the hip.
No, the passenger wasn't the governor. We're talking about a limo, all right?
Okay.
In front of the Kennedys, we got the governor and the governor's wife.
Right. And then
in front of him
is the agent. Is the agent.
The so-called Secret Service agents.
Got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
And the driver had been driving Kennedy since he was a kid.
Yeah.
Kennedy got him into the Secret Service.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And he slowed down. The film's been edited.
Yeah.
They took the car stop out. The car stopped. Telling you, man, there's 50-some witnesses to a car stop.
But that's the thing. When you look at that film and you look at the part where he got shot the second time, when you look at and you put your whole view on the driver, you can see the slowdown of the car. You can see everything. You just got to look at that driver. I'm telling you, man. Right. When you get a chance, guys, all my Rant bandits, when you get a chance, once you get off of here, look at the Zapruder film. And look at the driver only. Just look at the driver. Everything that the boxing junkie's saying and I'm saying, where it's slowing down, and you can see everything clear as day. Just look at the driver.
And please listen. Don't just look at the driver. If you get interested, pick a 1-inch section of the screen and just watch that. Okay? Because there is so much shit going on.
Yep.
There's a guy with an umbrella pumping it up and down in the middle of the road. There's a guy that hops out almost in front of the limo with 3 fingers up. What the hell does that mean? 3 more shots?
Right.
If you look just in the side where the film comes down, you can see a man taking aim with
Hold on. You said the man held up 3 fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a Luciferian hit then, because remember, number 3 and another 3, that's a 6, right? Another 3 and another 3, that's a 6, right? They usually roll in 33, right? 33 is 6, right? Another 6. So he was basically showing the sign that it was done. Look at that shit.
No, at the time it wasn't done though. The headshot wasn't completed. So what I think he's doing is 3 more shots.
Yeah, I believe you, Jason. I believe you, my brother. No doubt. Jason says, I've seen it, Cotto. It looks like the driver. The umbrella was a signal, or distraction. Either way, it was planned. It was. I think that 3 and that umbrella, I think those were signals saying it's done. Especially with that 3. Now, if the time that he got shot has any numbers that calculate to 666, meaning if it's a 3 or a 2 and a 3, which is 23, or a 33. See, we got to look into that. Now, if he got shot at a precise time where it's like 133 or 333 or, then...
Let's look at the date. I'm going to take you down in a wormhole real deep.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, the Masons. My family is packed with Masons, okay?
Yeah.
When my uncle died, he left every one of my grandparents' kids at home.
Right.
And I always said, where did these money come from these Masons?
Right.
And I could never get an answer.
Holy shit.
If you're a Mason, okay, then another Mason hires you.
Right.
All right? And like my attorney was a Mason. So all he does is shake the judge's hand and say, hey, we're taking a fishing trip. And they don't give a fuck what I did, you know?
Yeah.
So that place that they took him to was designed by Masons. All right? It was their strong point in Texas.
Yeah.
Another politician had been assaulted earlier that week, spit on, hit. It was a place for right-wing maniacs, that Jack Ruby.
Yep.
They say that he shot that guy because he felt bad for Kennedy's wife.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Ruby
Yeah.
was mafia since he was 14 years old.
Facts. Yep.
Jack Ruby was mafia since he was 14 fucking years old. All right? I ain't trying to hear that shit that he went down there because he felt bad for poor Jackie Kennedy lost John. That's bullshit.
Yep.
And how does he linger around 70 police officers? All right?
Yeah.
You know, there's 70 police officers, and they're moving a guy who's being charged with shooting the president.
That's cool.
And here's Jack Ruby in there, just lurking around with a fucking revolver.
And then
the guy,
and they killed
the guy
him.
that Oswald's chained to, has an all-white suit on.
Yep. Yep.
All white with a big bucket hat saying, "Don't shoot me.
Yep.
Don't shoot me."
Yep.
That's the "Don't shoot me" shirt.
Mm. You know what's funny?
So
you know what's funny?
Oswald lived.
Yeah, he did it, and they killed him. They killed Jack Ruby.
Him.
Yeah, they killed Jack Ruby right after. To keep,
right. Look. They gave Jack Ruby a needle.
Yeah.
And he started screaming, "I got cancer. I got cancer."
Right. Right.
He had a rapid growth of cancer after that needle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it killed him.
Oh yeah. Jason Bourne says JFK was a king's sacrifice. As a Catholic, he was not one of them. Think about it, Cotto. The Catholic Church is run to the mud by the media, whether deserved or not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The Catholic Church has no power at all. None. Zero.
No, but the Pope does.
All right.
The papacy, all the motherfuckers do. As a matter of fact, they're the puppets that are controlled by the Rothschild, bro.
Yeah, but do you know how much they had to pay out?
Oh yeah.
The Catholic Church.
Oh yeah.
The Rothschilds, they're not linked with them anymore. They distance themselves. The Rothschilds are focusing on microchips and one digital money.
Yeah.
You know?
Currency, yep. Hell yeah. Trying to fuck with us with that.
So that way no metal will have to be backed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But check this room out. We're interested in boxing, right?
Right.
In Rome, when they were going poor, they gave people free tickets to the arena, that giant arena. And they would watch guys fight lions and tigers. And they give them free wine.
Right.
And welfare, they call it.
Yep, I agree, Jason. Yep, free welfare.
That's the first time they used the word welfare.
Yeah.
They did it because they were going broke. And they said, well, hopefully they won't attack us. Look at what they're doing. Giving away cell phones, food stamps, government assistance.
Yep.
That's please don't hurt us. Let us take the weapons, buybacks, gun buybacks. I'm going to start my own buyback.
That'd be dope.
And they're not going to be destroyed.
Yep. And all that, like the Carrie says, is to distract the public. You know, definitely, is definitely to distract the public, man. And it's like, listen. I believe that there's a creator, but I don't follow religion. You know what I mean? I don't call myself Christian. I don't call myself Catholic. I don't call myself Buddhist. I don't call myself none of that. But I call myself a child of the creator, of God. You know what I mean? Of Yahweh. I believe in the creator. I believe that he manifested himself here. You know what I mean? And basically, left the Bible, which is an acronym for basic instructions before leaving earth. And we're supposed to follow these. And, basically Jesus, which is really Yeshua, he was sent down here as an example, as to show us how we were supposed to live. We had a choice. But what happened? They chose a murderer and a thief, right? And a killer, basically to live instead of the Messiah. So this is why we're in turmoil now, you see? So the choices that we make are still the bad choices that we made then, right? So this is why we're going down this shit. People don't understand that it's a spiritual war, bro. It's nothing physical. What we're going through right now, it's all spiritual, man. Like motherfuckers are selling their souls like hotcakes for millions and millions of dollars, not knowing that they're gonna need that. When it's the end, they're gonna need that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Not just that, but like the further you get away, like there's a universal energy that this earth has. All right. Tesla tapped into it. There's like, don't be a slave to the system.
Right. Right.
So I'm telling you right now, the money is not worth anything.
Right. It's not.
So when Rome did this, when the country completely failed, the only people that were rich were the ones that saved gold and silver.
Yeah.
That's it. It'll be the same here. Same here.
It's
right now, silver's low. Buy it.
This is fucking Sodom and Gomorrah all over again, guys. People don't understand this. We got little kids being sodomized by grown ass fucking men, right? We've got evil going around, man. This is exactly what it is. Jason says the children of the sun play wicked games and will burn under the sun. His righteous ones will flourish under the same sun. Exactly. Being unfazed because we're not wicked. Like we all have wicked ways.
Some wicked games, though.
Yeah, he does. But you know what? You know what though? Just like our parents kick our ass when we're out of order, and then when we get older, we understand why we got our ass kicked to be in order to teach our young, so that way our young can teach their young, and then their young can teach, right? So that's exactly how everything is, man. It's like they call it God's games, but it's really God's lessons. It's the devil. When the devil starts fucking with you, those are the games that we all speak of that starts fucking with us. You know, we start getting doubts on our best friends. We start looking at people different. When that first doubt comes in, that's who's speaking to you.
And you know what's crazy? Like my homeboys, I love them to death, and rest in peace to them. And but it was like, if I wanted to do something constructive, it's like, okay. But if I had a scheme, like, let's go hit this lip or flip this real quick, they're all in on it, It's like,
yeah,
we're being programmed like this.
Hell yeah.
They send out a frequency, it makes us sick. They send out a frequency, it makes us mentally ill. The armies had this fucking technology for years.
Yeah.
Point a speaker at you and make you sick.
Yeah. Everything, that's the thing. It's like, it was known to be said that there are frequencies that, our creator speaks to us on, and some people, when they meditate or they do the chakras and stuff, they don't understand that those are gateways to being possessed and shit. That's not the way you're supposed to do it. Like I said, when I speak in these terms, I'm not speaking as to religious terms. I'm speaking as to terms as to the creator, and that there is something higher than us that we must respect, follow, and understand. Because, if you continue to ask yourself the question, where did I come from? Who am I? All you're going to do is put yourself more in a rabbit hole. But now when you turn when you turn to and say to yourself, there is something greater out there. If the words were left that we're created in his image, that's a riddle that we have to break. And
I'm just learning.
Exactly. And so we all just learning, brother. We're all I'm 45. I'm still learning, bro. I'm still learning.
I was an atheist, all right?
Yeah.
But I got a telescope, and I love watching the stars. And I noticed that space is a design. All right. The more you study it, the more you realize it was designed that way.
Yeah. And so were we. You know why? You know how it's a design? Because there are copies. There are many copies of us. We may not look the same, but our insides are. Like we have the heart,
right?
Blood.
It's like layers of paper.
Exactly.
We can be on a different frequency, a whole different, like a different world. Yeah. At the same time, we're living in another one.
Yeah, Exactly.
Because they were fucking with that CERN shit and wouldn't leave it alone.
Yeah, and let me tell you something about that.
I'm telling you, they opened a hole with CERN.
Let me tell you something.
And now they're...
Let me tell you something about that. Yeah, the Hadron Collider in Sweden, that shit right there, let me tell you something. That shit right there, that has been opening fucking rifts of different dimensions, and it's true, bro. It's fucking true. Like, there have been caucuses of different types of fucking species that they have never seen before in different parts of the world. There are things happening where people are bugging the fuck out. There are loud booms going on underground. There are so many things going on right now, and it's all coming from Antarctica, and people don't want to take a look at that place. That place is exactly where
it's melting and shit.
Well, that's what they say. There is no such thing as global warming. That's bullshit. You know, it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
It is, because it's universal warming.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the sun has this explosive flare on one side.
Yeah.
And when it hits us, it takes 11 years to get by us.
Right.
It raises the temperature on every fucking planet in the universe.
Like you said, it's a design. It's a design. It's designed to hit us at certain times and give us seasons, you know, and it does to other planets as well. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is why I don't believe NASA. I don't believe none of these motherfuckers that are trying to dictate the way we really live. You got to find these things out for yourself, like you have with the telescope. Now you know that it's a design. Right. NASA won't tell us it's a design. NASA will tell us it was just spontaneously out of nowhere put there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And here's the problem. On the moon, I see 4 wheels. All right. They're the size of the Empire State Building.
Right.
They have spokes. And there's 4 of them. 4 fucking wheels on the moon.
Right. Right. There we go. There we go. And I believe
I'm
you.
I'm just blowing my assassination channel.
Nah.
Subject of.
Nah.
For real though, man.
Nah, don't
sweat
that.
When I post this picture, tell me if it don't look like a giant army tank on top of the wheels.
Yeah. I'll check it out.
The wheels are the size of the Empire State Building.
Wow.
How big is the gun? And did we go to the moon, or did we go to have a meeting with another life form?
Right.
And that's why the photos are faked.
Of course, all of them. There's this guy named Matt Hoffman, and
I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, he used to work for NASA, and he told us it's fucking fake. There is no fucking space. Okay. And he says the reason why is because he was the one that has been putting all the fucking paintings and CGs and stuff for NASA in the history books, and mostly all the books that are out there, all the astronomy books. These are all fucking CGs. They're all paintings that he's done himself. And he don't work for NASA no more because he got tired of it. He left, and he's basically a whistleblower. And this guy has been debunking all these fucking globers. I mean, with pure facts. And for a guy coming from NASA, and he's telling us that they're holding secrets, and he's showing us this shit. I mean, like I said, yeah, he told us, look, he told us, if you don't believe that there's a firmament and a flat earth, just every morning, no matter where you are, look up. If the sun is across from the moon at 7 a.m. in the morning, there you go. Because if they're teaching us on a globe that if the sun is up on top of the world, then the moon must be on the bottom of the world. So how the fuck is it that you get up and you see the sun and the moon directly across from each other? Because it says like our creator says, the earth is flat, bro.
You got it somewhat wrong. Look, all right, the moon is so much smaller than our earth, okay? The sun is 400 million times bigger.
That's what they say. That's what they say. But he debunked that, because if it was that big, my brother, then why aren't satellites being burned and coming down into, from the atmosphere? Because remember, it's powerful light, right? How come we haven't sizzled? That's another one. And the third one that really debunks it all.
We might sizzle.
No, check this out. No, check this out. The third one that debunks all that shit, that the sun is so big. No. The sun is in orbit it's a whole, like you said, it's a whole design. It's a whole, like a clockwork system, right? So
Right, exactly.
you know what I'm saying? So the sun is not that big. That's a Luciferian doctrine, just like the globe is. You know what I'm saying? That's the devil reversing everything that God gave us. The sun is there. There is a sun, but it's not that big. Why? Because he's already debunked and shown us sunspots in the clouds. If something that big really existed, that big, not only will we be fried, there will be not one sunspot in the clouds. Now, if you know what a sunspot
Now,
is, yeah,
what?
if you know what a sunspot is, then why is it that there's a
I
round
do.
little circle in the clouds, right? And when you look up, there's the fucking sun right there, a little ball, the same size as the fucking moon. It's fucking
Right. This
crazy.
is what's amazing. Listen, in reality, I can't say that the sun is definitely this far away or this size.
Right.
Okay, but I do know this: it is a good distance away from us. All right, and it's big. It's big. It's very big. But for the moon and the sun to eclipse, all right, and be the exact same size of each other as each other
Right.
and block each other's light out,
Right.
there has to be a design. Because I find it hard to believe that the moon just lines up with the sun like that.
Well, yeah, it is a lie because, and it was debunked. I think it was not this blood moon. The blood moon prior to this one that passed, they said that they saw the fucking the sun. It was like somebody moved the moon over the sun real fast. Like you could see like they was playing with shit. So it was that a projected image that we got? Like this is why, this is why
Well,
our creator just said, if ever in doubt, just look up. And that's your answer.
here's the thing.
So when
Right,
you
and when I look up with the telescope, all right,
right,
it can be answered like this, all right. These if the sun is as far apart as they say it is, okay,
right,
then the sun, when I look at the moon, I constantly got to keep the telescope moving
right,
because it's steady moving.
yeah, it's moving,
Now the sun is far away
right,
and it will move, it will look like it's moving swifter. See what I'm saying?
right. Yeah,
Now the most recent eclipse I saw, it's like, if you don't look at it with a telescope, you would think it's supernatural.
right.
I mean, it was amazing what the moon was doing. I'm going to tell you the truth. When you looked at it with the naked eye, it was split into 6 pieces.
Right.
No bullshit.
Well, also,
6 different moons.
also, if you have a high-powered fucking lens, you look at the moon, you can see a wave of water going through the moon.
Thank you, dog. I've been watching the moon since I was a kid, all right?
Yep.
And now I got a big telescope.
Yep.
I saw the wave. I saw 2 of them.
Thank you.
This proves that the moon has a fucking atmosphere. All right? It has something. There are gravity waves, or what would you describe them as? It looks like water.
I say that I'm going with the theory from the guy that used to work, you know what I'm saying, in NASA, as well as the creator's word, that we're in a firmament and that shit is in water. You know what I'm saying? That's why it floats so heavily. We've never been to the moon, bro. NASA already said we can't pass the Van Allen belts. Now, with this technology that we had today, compared to the pencils and tape and paper that we used back then, you mean to tell me we can't? We never went to the moon. It was said by them themselves. And well, what the fuck is his name? Shut up. What was
Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin.
There we go, Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin came out and said to a group of young astronauts that he told them in code, sort of like, they never been there, so you guys can actually try to go. So basically what he said in his speech was that we've done things, but you are going to finish them. Meaning they probably tried to get up there, but they couldn't because of the firmament. know what I'm saying? Notice how this guy, check him out. His name is Math, Math Hoffman. This guy used to work for NASA. He's the one that put all the paintings in all of our textbooks of the planet, of the Earths, the planets, everything. He
Right.
did those. He did
And
those.
here's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
When they show the moon, what it's supposed to look like,
Right.
they always show this chalky bullshit.
Looks nothing like that.
Looks like gray raw heroin mixed with fucking cocaine or something. The moon looks nothing like that.
Nothing.
Look at it with a 14-inch telescope. It's got blues. It looks like explosions took place and like colors just shot out everywhere.
Yep.
It's fucking amazing to look at.
Yeah, it's
Then Saturn, okay, there's something on the rings. It's called the thing on the ring.
right.
And, them rings are playing music through the solar system.
Yeah, I gotta check them out. I like I said, I have a high powered.
So, what am I looking at with the telescope?
Oreo, stop it.
If that's water on the moon, I mean, is that like a clear lake I'm seeing, or
Yeah,
do you really believe that space is water?
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that we're in a firmament, man. You know what I'm saying? This is why they do all this industrial fucking chemtrails and shit, because they're trying to hide what we're supposed to see in the cloud. You know what I'm saying? Beyond the clouds, we were supposed to see. Do you know that there is a huge mountain in the middle of the fucking earth? Like, this is why I believe the UN, them son of a bitches. If you look at the UN flag, that is the map of the flat earth. Like, that's how we're really stationed. Like that, just like that. Surrounded by ice wall. Okay? And that's really how we're living. And under a fucking, but people don't believe this. But there are scientists out there, private companies that are like that Rocket X shit. They launched a rocket that went all the way up to the firmament, and it hit the firmament. And this is where they got the sunspot from. This is where we found out that the sun is not what they say it is. The solar systems.
I heard it hit something.
Yeah, it hit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking.
But, all right, here's the thing I got a problem with. Why? What is the incentive for them to hide this?
The truth.
Instead of making a groundbreaking discovery.
You know why? You know why? Because when you have power and you hold it over everybody, and everybody don't know that you know something that's actually going to show them what they really are, and you want to manipulate them, what do? You hold that from them and do exactly what they're doing now, bro. You make a government, you start, you know what I'm saying? You start dictating your fucking ideologies and exactly what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? And you hold that secret. And then when it starts leaking, you start doing what they're doing now. Start killing off the truth tellers. Start doing shit to truth tellers. Either you kill them or you make them look bad. Right? Right? And then you got all these secret society members that know about this shit and sell their souls. And now you got all these superstars that want out. So what do? They start going crazy or they kill them off. You know, because the truth is too much to hold. Yeah.
Do me a favor, man.
Yeah.
There's an app where you can see the so-called space shuttle.
Yeah.
Supposedly by eye. You can use binoculars or whatever though.
Yeah.
I saw the space shuttle or whatever it is. And by the way, that's in low Earth orbit. That is not in space.
Exactly.
There's a difference. Low Earth orbit is not past the Van Allen radiation belt.
Exactly.
It's a different ball game.
Exactly.
Now, how is that up there? See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, they got hydrogen balloons and shit like that. You know, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, they're talking.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
The trouble they would have to go through to fake this
Well,
thing.
Well, what do you think? Why they do go through all the trouble? They have money to do that. Like, you can't go to the Antarcticas past a certain point. Why? Because there's fucking life there. There's prehistoric life there. There's all types of shit there. But they give you a certain point. Now, all the nations that are united have signed a treaty that no one can pass certain points in Antarctica. Why? Because the secrets are all there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything has been constructed to lie to us. Dinosaurs. We're supposed to believe Darwin's theory that he found a pelvis bone, a fucking finger, an eye socket, and that's where we came from. A fucking monkey that he named Lucy. This is what we're supposed to believe. So
That's
so
real funny, Lucy. I remember that.
you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, they're talking about evolution. Okay, so everything evolved except us and monkeys, but yet we came from them? Really? What the fuck are they still doing here? But yet dinosaurs aren't here, but we have lizards. We have birds. What the fuck?
I agree with that 100%.
You see-
Something manipulated our genetics.
Exactly.
You might want to check into the Anunnaki and the tablets that they left behind down in ancient Sumeria.
Yeah, that's why they destroyed when they went and killed the fucking Saddam Hussein. They destroyed all those artifacts. They destroyed.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they destroyed
some of the most marvelous antiquity
all of it.
things.
All of it. All of it, bro. And it's a rumor that the reason why they went down there was because Saddam Hussein knew something of a portal. You know what I'm saying? Gaddafi knew too.
Because those, when you see them giant doorways that are blocked off,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can take pictures of them and see shit coming out of it, like spirits and shit coming out of them damn things.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with them, but something crazy and paranormal.
Yeah.
We got a lot to learn about this planet.
Well, there's a lot. Listen, there's this ranger troop that has been releasing the story about the Kandahar giant. You know, giants living in caves. These genetically made. Now, like I said, in the basic instructions before leaving Earth book, the Bible, right, which is an acronym, it tells you that in the days of old men, like which is the days before us, there were giants. Like they're finding all these skulls. They're getting rid of
And
them.
there's proof that there were giants.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of the burials.
Right. So going to my point, going to my point, brother, as to why they will go so much trouble to do that. Think about it. They got us thinking. Many generations, they have all of us thinking, how the fuck were the pyramids built? But now that we found out that there's giants, there were giants over there in Egypt as well. It was the fucking giants that built those things that put them perfectly. You know why?
Right. A 14-foot giant, can
36.
6 of them can move a goddamn obelisk a lot easier than
Yeah,
6 of us. You know?
exactly. 36-foot giants, bro. 36-foot giants they had. Okay?
And this one they dug up, this guy was standing next to it, and it's like his whole body was like the size of his head.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's hard to believe that a human was that big, but they found an island with nothing but pixies, like little tiny people before.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's shit is out there. They're just holding it. They're holding it from us. And this is what, if you hold vital information, that gives you so much power. And then you can build off that power and manipulate masses because they wouldn't know,
Right.
you know? So this is
And I
what,
see where you're coming from.
you know?
Because they're doing the same thing right now in Egypt.
Yeah.
The Sphinx, right? A man saw rain pattern on the Sphinx that took 15,000 years of rain to make.
Right.
So he calculated how far back you would have to go for that much rain. And he says that the Sphinx is like 25,000 years older than it claims to be.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Well, they're kicking him out of, what is it? When you dig up archaeology,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're kicking him out of it because he's going against the normal ruling, you know?
Yeah.
That this is this old and this person made this and blah, blah, blah. And he's got evidence that it's so much older.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
would just change human history.
Hell yeah, it would.
And they just, threaten his life and shit like that. So, yeah, we'll move backwards. And
Well-
you're right. The fucking monkeys, they haven't evolved.
Exactly.
Humans.
Exactly. Like, this is the shit that gets me, bro. Like, this is why I'm just like, it's not even confusion. It's just How stupid do you think we are? Like we were given, a fucking, freedom of, by our creator, freedom of thought, right? So when we sit down and we start thinking, putting these pieces together, and these guys do these scientific fucking experiments, like ripping riffs into reality with the CERN, and fucking trying to tell us that there's space and all this other bullshit when there's really not, and knowing that 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 everything spins around us. We're not spinning. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when they try to use all this scientific shit, and you put it up against them. Okay, so if we're spinning 300,000 miles per hour or something like that, like, how come the waters aren't more gravity? Okay, explain gravity. And they can't. You see? So this is what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
like as long as you got a fail switch that just shuts things down, people will be like, oh, okay, that explains it all. No. When you look even more into what's been going on, and you do your investigative reporting, and then you see for yourself, holy shit, wait a minute, they told us that if the sun is up, the moon's supposed to be at the bottom of the earth, right? Because we're a globe. What the fuck am I doing looking 7 a.m. and the sun is on the left, and then you got the moon on the right?
That's
Holy,
perfectly fine, man. That's because we've been taught incorrectly.
exactly. But that goes to show you, think about it, that goes to show you now that
In the Bible, it said that I believe it says that there's one light. You know that the well, what does it say, that there's one light or two lights?
there was one.
One.
Right.
Okay. Well, the moon has a little bit of light itself,
Right.
but at nighttime, it is getting its light from the sun.
Right.
So now, here's a good one. The radiation belt.
Right.
Okay. Now I can see a white flag on the moon. They could have sent a drone there to put that there, though.
Hmm.
All right. What the fuck? The radiation belt, right? It's fat sometimes. Sometimes it's skinny.
Right.
It's not the same size. You can go through it.
Man. Yeah, that's the thing though. If you go through it, you're gonna get hit with radiation, And their whole argument is, oh, we don't have the plating for that. We don't, but we went to the moon and you had plating then in order to make it.
And what they went in the moon with, when I look at that so-called modular or whatever it is, the moon lander, I mean, it looks like gold foil with duct tape and cardboard.
Basically.
That thing, you mean to tell me they flew that back to Earth?
Right. That's the point that Matt Hoffman was making. Like, they're lying to us, man. They're lying to us. Then you got Neil deGrasse Tyson that fucking talking about, oh, it's oval shaped. It's oval shaped.
Puppet for fucking
for NASA, yeah, talking about, oh, the Earth is oval shaped. Oh, so now it's oval shaped. So first it was a sphere, and now it's oval shaped. Okay, see, this is where they get caught all the time. This is where they all lie. They get caught in their own lie. This is why I use what they said. First they tell, like I said, first they tell us all this shit, gravity, and then you've got visuals. You got visual proof.
Oh, here's a good one. Check this out. Whenever NASA sends a picture, notice how there's always a picture of the satellite that takes the picture.
Right, but there's no other satellites. If there's 30,000 satellites, exactly. But
who is filming that?
But exactly. But I'm saying, if there are 30,000 satellites in our orbit, then why is it that when they have this, and I know which one you're talking about, where you can see the aura of the Earth and it's going over the continents and shit, how come you don't see the other? How come it never bumps any other satellites? How come you don't see that? How come they just don't, when they do a spacewalk or whatever, when they're in the space station or whatever, how come they never turn the camera around so we can see the sun? How big it is and all that shit. How come they never do that? Because they're not in space, man. They're underwater in a facility.
All right.
It's been
Now
debunked.
here's what's bad about YouTube. All right. Please listen to me here, man. They do exercises underwater and in anti-gravity planes. All right. People are taking training video
Yeah. Yep.
and making it official NASA video.
Yeah.
Now, let me say this. NASA, for years, has been scamming the public,
For
taking
billions.
billions of dollars.
Billions. Yep.
And I don't trust any goddamn thing they do. Because I'm telling you, every time I see a picture of the moon, it's all dog gray and all this shit. Now, when I look through it at my telescope, I mean, far away it looks that color.
Right. Right.
But not when you zoom in. Yeah, but when I saw the wave, I about flipped out because they're real rare to see.
Yeah.
And I saw two of them.
Yeah. There's another guy on YouTube. I'm telling you, man, type these things up and look into it, man. This is why they want to ban YouTube, because you will learn the truth from these guys doing these experiments, these scientific experiments, and they're accurate when you do them yourself. I've done these experiments myself, and I tell you right now, man, it's coming real close. That flat Earth is what it is, bro. I lied to you guys not. A lot of you guys follow me. A lot of you guys know that I'm about the truth, and you know that every time I make a video, I always do my research, and I never lead you guys astray. But from my calculations, and from the experiments that I've done, from other people saying, listen, do this and you will know, man, I tell you right now, bro, there's even a guy out here who's taking pictures of mountains and pointing out to us that mountains are really giant fossils, bro. Now, when you look at these fucking fossils, bro, the mountains, yes, these mountains, they're all over America, everywhere in the world. You can see pieces of faces. You can see muscle tissue. You can see fucking giant vaginas that really look like cave coves and shit with the muscle tissue in it. I'm telling you, bro, it's fun. When the truth comes out, bro, a lot of people are not going to understand. They're not.
Here's what's funny, and we should be bitching about this. The Mars rover that's supposedly on Mars.
It's just in Arizona.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say. The shit's in fucking Idaho or Arizona or over by Area 50 fucking 1.
Yeah.
That ain't fucking Mars.
Nope.
Bullshit.
Nope, it's not.
And look, you can see fucking junk laying around from humans. They're scamming big time.
Yeah, and on top of that, whatever happened to those them nasty sandstorms that you know, how come they never showed us the rover going through one or taking shelter through one? It's a bunch of bullshit, because they said that the terrain is so rough over that rover, they're still getting shit from that rover, and that rover hasn't blown over or hasn't decayed or anything. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Like, these guys, listen.
Very good point. Americans can't build a goddamn car.
Right.
That would last, up that long without fucking needing maintenance.
Right. And all of a sudden, we could go to fucking Mars. But yet, we can't go to the moon again, though. We can't. Because we can't pass the Van Allen belt. Okay. All right. So radiation doesn't count on mechanical things. Okay. How about the electronic, the magnetic field? Wouldn't things short circuit as well? I think so. Right? EMPs, right?
Yeah.
So why is it that shit made it all the way with functioning motors and everything, made it to fucking Mars?
Well, all right. First, let's look at the moon, all right? Because humans actually landed that thing. The craft that they landed in.
Right.
Two pilots lost their lives trying to land that thing.
Right.
And Armstrong and the other one couldn't land it.
Right.
One of them had to explode a parachute out to save his life.
Right.
So it had never been landed, and they sent it to the moon. So you mean to tell me the only time this thing landed successfully was on the moon?
I got a better one for you, and that shit makes a lot of sense, brother. That's a good one. I never looked at it like. Now, check this out. You know that picture that they got with the capsule taking off from the moon, returning back?
Oh, Oh yeah, that generic shit.
Who the fuck
Yeah,
was there? Who was there taking that picture? Who was there?
that's what I mean about who takes these pictures.
Right. Who was there taking
That's
the picture
exactly
when they
what
land? Who was
that's a perfect example. That's the best one right there.
exactly?
Who the fuck took the picture of the four legs and the shack? It looks like a goddamn shed that's been sitting in an alley in East Baltimore for 15 years, rusted on top of it.
It's crazy.
And they just exploded, that fake explosion.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And who took the picture? Who took the picture of them landing on the moon? You see, this is what I'm saying. How come they never
Right.
turn? I didn't see any stars. You didn't see any stars, but we can see stars when you're here. What the fuck are you talking about? That shit was Stanley Kubrick, who before he died said that he made it. He made that whole landing hoax shit in a fucking movie studio. There is film out
Yes,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, there is film out there with these fucking astronauts fucking around trying to get the perfect shot with the also famous crescent Earth. You know what I'm saying? A fucking picture where they look through the little fucking window and he took a snapshot of it. They have that being set up as well out there. You guys just got to do the research. You'll see it. It's a hoax, man. We never.
Yeah.
We're in a fucking.
But always remember, like, all right, look up the Cassini space program, which was a space probe we sent out to Saturn.
Right.
And Saturn has a very odd moon that looks like a spaceship. All right. This Cassini spacecraft, as it's flying around taking pictures, you can see something taking pictures of it, taking pictures of the planet.
Exactly.
And I'm like, that's amazing that they got a camera that can focus 100% clear and take that picture and send it back to us.
This is
But
why.
they can't figure out how to get a goddamn fucking, back to the so-called moon that we never went to.
Exactly. Like this is my whole point. Like you said, and you made a strong point, and I'm gonna piggyback it. Fuck that. It's a good point. So you mean to tell me that here on Earth, right? We don't have the technology to surpass us. We still can't build limbs and shit like that, but we can build $1 million rovers that are able to go out of this planet onto the next planet. Are you fucking? This is why this doesn't work. I don't believe it. It's not evening out to me. We still have shit here to improve, and you mean to tell me that we can improve things that are needed here, but we're innovative enough to go to another fucking planet? What are you still? What do we look stupid? Like what the fuck? Does that make any sense to you guys?
Now, here's what really pisses me off. They're taking the color of Mars. All they're doing is taking a computer color,
yeah,
and making the tint red.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
Now, I talked to some astronomer friends, and they're like, look, that tint, that Mars, when you're on Mars, it has an atmosphere that is not red.
Mm.
All right, if you went to Mars. So they're manipulating the color and filming it in Idaho or some shit. Where did you say? Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like Arizona to me.
It's fucking, man. These guys are taking our money, and then now you got Trump with the Space Force shit. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah, like, okay, like I can understand that they got to get their money in order to do all these fucking, I can understand that, but somebody please debunk this shit already. Like somebody really come clean. You guys know. Yeah,
Why
I mean,
do we need a Space Force?
I mean, these motherfuckers know. These guys know the truth. I just don't, for power. Like this is materialized power. This is power that can be taken away easily from someone which is our creator, who can dismantle. And it's always the truth that he sends to us, like me, you, and everyone else listening here. And it's always a question where it's like, I don't believe it. I have to see with my own eyes. And then when you do see it with your own eyes, there's even more question. So when my whole thing here is, when do we actually say to ourselves, this shit is fucked up. We're being lied to from the cradle to the fucking grave.
Well, as long as people still got their picket white fence and they're happy with their little bullshit job that they're about to be replaced by artificial intelligence and don't even fucking know it because they're still sleeping, you know, it's time to do something.
Yeah.
We gotta stop artificial intelligence because it'll shut down the economy.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Look at grocery stores. There used to be a clerk. In my grocery store now you just check out yourself.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So, you know, and space is just, yeah, that's more money to we need another $1 trillion for that, you know.
It's ridiculous. It's
And
ridiculous.
I want you to see this space shuttle because it looks awfully weird. When I saw it with the naked eye, it looks like a goddamn balloon.
Yeah. You know what's funny? That you're mentioning that tonight there was a space launch, so my wife comes out the room. She's like, "Hey, baby, look, that's the they're launching." And I told her, I said, "They're not going to space, man. That shit is going straight to the ocean." And she's like, "No, no." I'm like, "So then why is it going at an 80-degree angle? It's not going straight up." She's like,
Right?
"Well,
This goddamn thing bends, you know, completely in a circle.
yeah, yeah."
It is not going up.
Yeah, exactly. So what it's doing, it's going to crash and burn in the middle of the ocean because that's where it was headed towards. Because to our right is the beach, so it's going way out there. And notice this happened about 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago. Okay, that they launched it. So it was nighttime. So and I told her, look, it's going straight. It's not even going up. Okay, I already let the rockets go. It's going straight, and she's just like still like she's a non-believer. I can't help her when it comes to that. I can't help nobody when it comes to that. I'm not trying to change no one's mind. I'm just telling you to just take a look at it. It's always
The
80
flat
degrees.
Earth thing. The flat Earth thing. Since I got a clear mind, I got a knowledge of space though. So, now a round planet is fake. Every time they take a picture of Jupiter, Jupiter does not look like that. It's constantly moving. It's not a still painting like that. With a
Right.
picture of a satellite and a picture being taken behind that.
Exactly.
It's there. I believe that they went to the moon. All right, but not the moon that we think about.
Hmm.
All right, there are structures on that moon, and they had a meeting with somebody. And I believe we were told not to come back to the moon.
Well, I mean,
See what I'm saying? We had a meeting.
yeah.
Then we come back and refilm it, you know, fake it.
I mean, I could see that. I can see that, but at the same time, then we're talking higher intelligence. We're talking aliens now. You know, if we're gonna go there, you know, because it's also been said that the reason why we made it to the moon was that they helped us get over there, and since they saw that we weren't prepared, and since we were so fucking primitive that they helped us come back, and then they said don't ever come back again. You know what I'm saying, until you're ready.
Right. I believe what happened was it was a diplomatic thing.
Yeah.
And when they saw how raw we are, when they knew about the Holocaust
Yeah.
and how we love atomic bombs and weaponry, they were like, look, just, don't ever fucking come back here.
Yeah.
And those wheels that I saw, it sure looks like a battle tank.
Shit is crazy.
So now, there's structures all over the moon. Huge ones.
Yeah.
Someone had been there before.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like I said, it's a good mystery, and it's also fucking awesome to to fucking look into, man. Before we go, guys, I just want to thank everybody for joining us, man, on the Rant Bandits. There's gonna be more series on this. I think I'm gonna do it like every Thursday, like the way I usually do. You know what I mean, guys? And yo, boxing junkie, man, plug your channel, man. Let them know where you at.
Yeah, the boxing junkie for all boxing info. And I'm gonna set up my assassination station tonight. Please subscribe to that. We're gonna be picking up where we left off and shit like that on that station.
No doubt.
And just keep a free mind. I'm not trying to tell you that there's aliens on the planet, but I'm gonna show you a picture on this assassination station of the wheels, okay? And this picture is taken from a NASA telescope, okay?
Gotta see that. Gotta see it. Definitely.
Just
Man.
remember that. All right.
Assassination Station, everybody on the Boxing Junkies channel. Go check it out, man. Subscribe. These good peoples. It's my man's right there, man. Good friend. You know what I mean? Everybody show him love, you know, and no doubt, boxing, man. I'll catch up with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I got your number. I'll catch up with you, and hopefully, man, we can have more open conversations on your platform. You know what I'm saying? That shit'll be the shit, bro.
Hey, man, I love it. You know, that's why I got into this, man.
Definitely.
And, you know, J.COTTO is one of the reasons that I started doing videos. He's a great guy as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Humble.
Is your phone number still the same from way back in the day?
Well, the one you got now, that's it. Ha ha ha.
The one I got right now?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to text you a picture of them wheels, all right?
Okay, no doubt, brother. We'd love to see it. No doubt.
All right, man.
All right, brother.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Everyone take it easy, and if you're drinking or whatever, let someone else drive. Peace out.
Word up. Peace out, Boxing Junkie. No doubt, baby. And everybody else, man, you guys have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully we can catch up and talk some more shit. This has been the Rant Bandits, and I love each and every one of my bandits. No doubt. Keep the rant going. Otherwise than that, I'm J.COTTO, your boy, telling the truth on everything. God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace, guys.